When we're not on vacation, we have vacation here. It's something that, you know, anybody can afford.
This is really nice, and they want to know who did it, so we say we did it ourselves.
That's like the world's largest swinging bench.
Yeah. That top waterfall stone is all one piece. It's about a 12 foot.
Oh my gosh, that's one stone up there.
People will buy when they see. Let them see what this looks like. You got a box sitting over here. This thing in a box is not going to sell.
We just found out our neighbor up the road here, they actually can hear it. We could put a waterfall here.
Perfect, because you got a slope.
She didn't even think about it or hear me. She's like, you know what we can do with that yard? I said, what?
So once it was her idea, then it was good. Well, I heard it was your idea.
Well, yes. Just a hillside that when I tried to mow, the lawnmower would slide down the hill.
We knew when we had this put in, this would be here long after we are.
So Dan, where are we at?
We're at Simcoe, Cincinnati.
So this is one of the places that you get your rocks from. And you put some demo ponds here?
Yes. Out back, we got a big display garden.
Wow, look at this. This is awesome. It's got a little drilled boulder in here. Oh yeah, so you got the pond kits. So this is actually how I make money. I actually sell the equipment to build these things. So you got some Mongolian basalt rock, a stacked slate spear, and a stacked slate wall. And then Ed hanging out with his family, living the aquascape lifestyle. So you guys built this display here.
We helped them. They're a stone guy out here in the yard did most of the work, so we kind of helped them design.
Okay.
I talked them into doing some displays. We brought these two in for them to set up.
So consumers would come here and their contractors might send them here to pick out the type of stone.
Just trying to explain to them, people will buy when they see.
Yes.
So let them see what this looks like. You got a box sitting over here. This thing in a box is not going to sell itself.
Amen.
This is going to sell it.
And then outside you got a display?
Yeah, outside is the...
Okay. And how long ago did you put this in?
4 years ago when they built this store, they were coming to Cincinnati, so they contacted us and we had a proposal together and helped design it. They kind of gave me freedom, said, here's your area. What do you want to do? So they let me do my thing. And on the weekends, they'll be packed full of people. Kids running around, everybody's out checking it out.
Wow, look at all of those lilies.
It's got this pretty large koi in here.
This is her baby here. She takes care of this pond at least once a week.
So this is a 4-year-old aquascape, big water feature. So explain the construction of this.
Probably 3 foot deep, combination of weathered and some of the mossy mountain stone. We've got a skimmer, a bottom pump, and we can draw the bigger pumps on the bottom. Up top, we've got a big biofall, 6000 series biofalls, and a couple of the spillways kind of tucked in, so we got the different angles.
So you can just see the whole stone yard back here, but this would be in this display area so that consumers could actually get little vignettes. So what would a project like this entail if someone were to put this in their backyard?
Cost-wise, this would probably be a $50,000, $60,000 project.
Okay, so biofalls up top, flows in. Is there a wetland up there too?
It's a small wetland, it's a drop-in wetland. So we have an area up there we have a lot of plants and stuff in, so it's basically an upper holding pool. That top waterfall stone is all one piece. It's about a 12 foot.
Oh my gosh, that's one stone up there.
And I requested some bigger stones for this project, so I let the sales guys know, hey, I need this, need this, need this, and they went ahead and got all the big stone in for us.
So you came in here, excavated it out?
It was right before winter too. We had a lot of rain. We were out here in the mud, up to our knees, but we had to get it done before their opening. It took about a 10-day project.
Wow.
To finish.
Nice. So the bubbles on here are just protein. So if you get rain, you get some decomposed organic matter, you get bubbles, and you can just get a little foam away that would eliminate any of the bubbles on here if you want to get rid of it.
There's a lot of ponds I've sold from this job. Great display because it's an open. 7 days a week, people come by at any time. I've sold many projects off of this. People say, just go to Simcoe, just go look at it.
And they can see the quality of your work, the stonework.
They're riding the fence a little bit, they come here and it's like, I've gotten calls back on a Sunday. Hey, we went to Simcoe. When can you be here?
The #1 reason that people buy water features is that they see water features. That's why we do a lot of pond tours. This is why I do my vlog. I want to introduce living the aquascape lifestyle to people. I don't think a yard is complete or a landscape is complete without water. And every water feature is a work of art, unique custom creation, because every stone is different, every setting is different, every water feature is unique.
How are you? Good, how are you? Good, I'll hold my breath while I Are you happy? Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, look at this.
Good, how are you?
You don't know me, but I'm the pond guy. I'm gonna hug you, yes! I love it. I love my job. And you are?
I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie, the pond guy, Greg. Nice. What a beautiful yard. So this is a newer water feature, but you've had a bunch of them. What's the story here?
We have had this one for about a year at our other house because we just moved here about a year and a half ago. At the other house, we had a pond.
Yep.
And before we sold the house, we decided to change to a pondless. And when we sold this house, we came and looked at it and we hemmed and hawed forever because it was all grass and it was like really going to be hard to mow. And I kept saying, we could put a waterfall here. We could put a waterfall here.
Oh, perfect, because you got a slope.
She didn't even think about it or hear me until like 2 weeks after we had like kind of said, no, we're not going to get the house.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what we can do with that yard? I said, what?
So once it was her idea, then it was good.
I'm glad I got that in.
Beautiful. Hi, I'm the pond guy, Greg.
Hi, I'm Terry.
Hi, Terry. Well, I heard it was your idea.
Well, yes.
Now, how long have you had an aquascape water feature? Because you said you had a pond at your old house.
Maybe 2005.
Wow, so 15 years. Okay.
We moved here, and I'm like, I need my water.
Too quiet out here.
So I would imagine that you spend some time sitting on this patio over here.
We liked this spot at first because the patio wasn't done. Then we liked this spot too because it was under shade. We had to redo this whole thing after this was done.
Wow, this is really nice. So what do people that come to your house for the first time say?
It's unbelievable.
They're like, wow. This is really nice. Then they want to know who did it, so we say, we did it ourselves.
Well, you're obviously gardeners. I can just tell by the plant material, and it's just going to look nicer and nicer every year.
Most of the stuff we just put in the spring, so we're trying to hit the garden stores, but you know, be socially distant. So each year we're going to add to it a little bit.
It's a fun hobby, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It really is.
And not a lot of work on the pondless at all, right?
No, if it gets a little dirty, we just unplug it, the sun bakes it, and then when the leaves fall, we just turn it off, use a blower, blow all the leaves out.
Right.
And then we're done with it.
Start it back up in the spring.
Yep. Yeah.
So what would a project like this entail from Meyer Aquascape?
We came out and met them. They called right away when they bought the place and had the hillside. Came out, looked at it. We spray painted some lines, and you guys were like, Dan, do whatever you want to do. Remember that?
Yeah.
You're like,
Well, it's because he'd done 2 other water features for you, right?
It looked like you put Frosty the Snowman on the hillside.
you guys picked out the rocks you like because there's weathered limestone and these were like a mossy mountain type of rock. I know you guys didn't really care for the weathered limestone. They wanted this type of rock.
So what I love about this is that they had a pond, but they wanted to convert their pond to a pondless when they sold the house, so it would be very low maintenance for the new owners that lived there. When they moved into their new house, they had this grass. They wanted to completely convert it. There's nothing that you could put in a property that would make more of an impact than a water feature. I love the fact that the neighbors up the street can hear it, and I love how it faces the entire backyard. 11 years old, huh, Mike?
Yes.
How do you like working with Dan from Meyer Aquascape?
Awesome.
What's really awesome is Shelly, right?
Yes.
Shelly's the one.
Yes.
That's a hard-working woman, isn't it?
It is.
So I heard that you put this in 11 years ago and they didn't touch it, really just overgrew with lilies and everything else until last year, where they had to thin out the lilies and everything,
That's
huh?
correct.
So it's been very low maintenance.
Yeah, I got 10 years out of my pump,
Yeah.
which he's still amazed by. I work it and keep it clean, half hour a week. I met him at Home and Garden. He had a beautiful display set up. I said, would you please come out? I'd like to have a pond. He shows up a few days later. I'm in the house. I look out the window. He's out here with a spray can going nuts.
Yeah.
I think you came like a week later. Crew of 5 guys, 4 days.
And it was a good investment.
Oh my God, we love it. When we're not on vacation, we have vacation here.
Amen.
We got the deck, beautiful spot. We got LED lights in it that lights up at night. My wife, she loves landscaping. This is our pride and joy. It's something that, you know, anybody can afford.
I love that. So Dan, go ahead and explain this to me then.
Weathered limestone pond, and we used probably 30,000 pounds at least.
Wow,
of
yeah,
stone
some
we
big
put
rocks,
in.
some big rocks in
Yeah.
Big rocks.
So
Projects
Ron-
like this is easy a $30,000 job nowadays. So.
Okay.
I love when you got a slope facing towards the house. Little bench right here. Some lilies. He uses blue dye in here.
Try to do 3 different falls. We got little split falls up here, giving a little character. We got kind of a step fall, then the sheet fall. He wanted all different types of waterfalls, so with the use of weathered limestone, it's really easy to.
Look at the ferns in here to soften up the rock work, the biofalls that you can't see hidden up there, waterfalls cascading, and the viewing areas just looking right back over there. And then of course, that sound. Look at the size of that flowering hosta. Wow.
Greg, this is Linda. Hi.
You're the gardener, Linda. It looks fantastic.
Thank you. I love it.
What do people say that come over here for the first time?
That is like our own little paradise.
Amen, sister.
I said, I know it. I love it. I don't care if I ever leave my house.
So this is actually your second water feature.
He
Yeah.
built his first one. We hired someone else to do a much smaller one, and we were very disappointed.
We knew when we had this put in, this would be here long after we are. And
I
that's-
love how things grow out of it, and there's moss, and you never know what you're going to get. I just love it.
Which is what is a part, what's part of the hobby, right? You come out, you want to see what your fish are doing, what the plants are doing, and
And there's little nooks and crannies where you can plant little different things. You know, I'm always looking for a little spot to put something.
there is nothing that you can put in a backyard that would make as much of an impact as a water feature. And that's what I love about this. When you put in a pond done right, a customer served right, which is the mantra of a certified aquascape contractor, they don't want to go on vacation. They want to stay at home and enjoy a view like this. This is why I do these vlogs, to showcase how people live the aquascape lifestyle. Hey, if you're interested in living the aquascape lifestyle yourself, check out the link below and follow Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, on YouTube, so you too can see how beautiful it is to live the aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.